As with most things in life and things that we do, things that we train for, things that we hope for businesses, for life, for relationships, for training, it's really hard to tell how you're going to do. But you can make calculated risks, calculated decisions to put the favor in your side. I'm a big believer in living in the present, and it's one of the hardest things to do. And that's one of the reasons why I love weight training so much and why I love powerlifting, is that when you're training, there's nothing else that exists. When you do that one working set, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's okay. You never know how it's going to go, but you know for that moment you are fully engaged with the barbell. And I bring this up because I was reading this book to my son, and we were talking about kind of telling the future, and this thing that one of my kid is 7 years old. My son, he's my oldest, and he's starting to realize, there's more to the world. And one of the things that made him sort of sad was that people die. So he doesn't like the future, because in the future people die. And I remember being a kid thinking about these kind of things, and it's sort of interesting. But the one thing that happened in the book, The Alchemist, was one of the characters was asking this fortune teller about the future. And the fortune teller explained to this character, one of the main characters in the book, he said that knowing the future stresses you out. Because if you know what's going to happen, you will be stressed out now, and then you'll be stressed out after it occurs. So if you think about it, you suffer. And she basically, I think in the book it goes, I'm paraphrasing of course, you're suffering twice. So there's nothing more valuable than taking the time to live in the now, because the now is right here, and it's not, and you can let it slip away from you by thinking about the past and thinking about the future, and it's going to make it so that you don't give it your all right now. And I think that's really, really important. That's the definition of what it means to train, because if you give everything you got in training and you put all your kind of eggs in one basket for that moment, you can accomplish quite a bit. And in this training session you see here, I think this was the 20th of January, maybe the 21st. I think I posted on Instagram, but I worked up to a PR, deficit deadlifts, using these 35-pound plates for 495 for 4 reps. And this particular working set, I'm doing, I think, 465. So I do, I think, one set of 465, and then, here it is. Here's the big set. This was actually a pretty big set for me. It was huge. And I kind of wonder how much the deficit is really a detriment. Obviously, it's a longer range of motion. It's harder, but it changes sort of your leverage. It's a lot different. Look at that. That's so fast. It's hard to believe that's 495. So I'm watching this thing. I'm like, holy crap, it is quick. Of course, I'm rounding my upper back, which is probably one of those things that's kind of helping me a little bit. But I don't know. This was just a really big win for me, and this is kind of how you know you're doing well. You get to a point and you freaking bust your ass to get there, and you can't really know exactly how you're doing for your 1 repetition max, but you do know when you hit rep PRs, and you want to use that to sort of take you into the future, to give you a sense for how you're improving, because we don't exactly know what the future is, and you never will until it actually happens, and when it actually happens, it's no longer the future. So you just have a sense for things, and you use your rep PRs as a way to do that. And you focus on training, you train hard, you push yourself, and you make the best of it, because that's what we're here to do, to make the best of ourselves, to make ourselves stronger, to make ourselves better. And most of all, just get the most, I don't know what else is there to say, but other than get the most out of yourself. So anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you have a question. I'll see you guys on the next video.